Hello, my name is Travis Wilson, Account Manager for Colorado Storage in the Airway Management Division. I'm here today to talk to you about the CMAC video laryngoscope. What we're going to do is go through one by one the different aspects and pieces to this piece of equipment. First, we're going to start with the blades that are involved. Next, we're going to go on to the video module, and then moving on towards the monitor. Those are the three aspects of the equipment, and afterwards, once we've run through those, we're going to tell you how to sterilize the equipment properly. What you're going to be receiving with your CMAC unit is a Macintosh 2 and 4 blade, the video module, the monitor, and the shock and water resistant case to take on the aircraft with you. The CMAC blades are designed just like a Macintosh blade would be. They're made out of stainless steel, so they're going to be very durable, especially on an aircraft in your kind of situations. The great thing also about these is that you don't have to have any new learning curve to use this device. You're going to use direct view laryngoscopy practices just like you would with your standard blades that you're using at the moment. The only difference is that with the video capabilities allow you to have 80 degrees field of view increase if you need to use the monitor for a difficult airway. In order to use the video capabilities of the monitor, you need what is called the video module. What this allows you to do is interface the blade with the monitor so that you can see the images on the screen when you need them. The way that this plugs into the blade is you slide it in right into the back of the handle all the way down, and it'll snap into place. Once that is in place, you now have the capabilities when plugged into the monitor to take still shots or video record while you're intubating the patient. Once you have the module plugged into the blade, the next step you need to do is plug in the module to the back of the monitor. If you turn the monitor around, you'll see that there are two color-coded plugs on the back. The plug for the module is the black input plug. All you do is line up what you'll see is two arrows. They'll match up to the back plug, and you'll just insert that into the correct spot. There's also a blue circle on the back, and that is for the charging dock, which is used when you're not having it on the aircraft, and it has a blue color to it, so that plugs in to the other hole as well. Once the module is plugged into the back of the monitor, all you're going to do is go over to the power button on the left side of the monitor and press that on. You'll see a startup screen, which should take a couple seconds before it loads all the way back into where you can record video. Once the monitor is on, you'll see there's settings on the side of the monitor. A couple different tools that can be used, as I mentioned before, with recording and taking still photos. This action can be done on the side of the monitor as well as on the video module handle that's located in the back of the blade. All you would do is just like you would on a regular video camera, is in order to record video, you press the red button once, press the red button off again to stop the video. If you want to take a still shot, you press the button once, it snaps a photo, and that's all you need to do. All the images are stored on an SD video card located at the top of the monitor. Just like you would on a digital camera, you can take out the SD card and put it in your USB holder or download onto your computer. It just slides into the top, and then it's covered up by the plastic seal. Some other settings that are important are the white balance. If you go to the bottom of the screen, you'll see that there's a toolbar with a wrench at the bottom. That's obviously for tool. You press that button and you'll see other settings which are bright and contrast. If you go to the third row down, you'll see what looks like a page setting. You'll hit that to scroll through the different options on the settings. If you go to the next page, it has hue and saturation, and the following one is the white balance. What you'll need to do is go to this page, which is the fourth page, place your blade light on a white surface, and press the top button, which is the white balance. Once it does that, it will adjust. Once you hit that button, it'll adjust to the white balance mode and adjust the resolution and colors on your screen. If you're going to record from the monitor, as opposed to using it on the module, you'll do the same functions that you did from the handle on the side of the screen. You press the red button once if you want to record, and when you're done recording, you press the red button off. If you want to take a still photo, you press that once, and that's all you need to do. When you look at the monitor, one of the great aspects of this blade design is that you always can see the distal tip of the blade when using the device. At the top of the screen, there's a silver notch. That's the distal tip, so you'll always know where you are inside the patient at all times. This is going to help avoid against mucosal damage. The monitor has a 2-hour rechargeable battery life with the lithium-ion battery, so you're going to be able to have 2 hours of continuous use of this monitor without having to need to recharge it. When you are on portable mode, a good use of it is what we have is called a standby mode, so that you can extend the battery life to a longer amount of time. What you would want to do is you go over to the power button, you tap the button once, and it'll shut down the screen. You'll see that the monitor has a blinking green light at the top. What that's telling you is the monitor is in standby mode. If you were going to want to turn it back on, you just tap the power button and the monitor will instantly appear back on the screen. If you want to turn the monitor completely off, what you would do is hold this button down for 5 seconds, and that's going to shut down the monitor completely. When you're plugging in, as I spoke about before, when you're plugging into the wall in between uses, you're just going to use the plug this into the blue on the back, and that'll be your charging dock for the unit. After the CMAC has been used to intubate a patient, it now needs to be sterilized. The first step before sterilizing is to unplug the video module from the back of the monitor. Once you have the module and the blade separate from the monitor, you're then going to want to detach the module from the blade by sliding your thumb up to the top and releasing the module from the insert. We have next is what's called the reprocessing cap. This helps avoid from any type of liquid getting into the electronic outlets on this device. When soaking in any high-level disinfectant, you're going to want to use this reprocessing cap to help avoid against any type of damage to the product. You're going to want to plug the blue circled side into the video module output. Next, you're going to put the small hole into the inside of the laryngoscope blade. And finally, the plug is going to be stuck into the last and third final hole on the reprocessing cap. Just to be clear, even though that this is an electronic piece of equipment, this cord and video module is safe to be high-level disinfected in a liquid soak or any type of sterilization products, Sterad, Steris, or any of the others. If for some reason you come into a situation that you don't have the reprocessing cap for sterilization, that's not an issue. This is only merely to help with the process. However, the main concern is that you don't have any liquid inside any of the outlets of the device when going to plug in for use. So another way to get this completely dry before you use again is to have a little can of compressed air once you're done cleaning it to spray into the holes to make sure that there's no liquid inside the device before plugging it back in for use.
All right, well, thank you very much, Travis, for that introduction. Again, I'm very excited about the new CMAC, and I'm looking forward to having it roll out to all you guys. I just wanted to spend a moment going over my intention of how I wanted you guys to use this device. I really want you to use it as a primary intubating device, and what I want you to do is use the CMAC in a normal way like you would do with a laryngoscope, and go ahead and take a look down in your patient's throat. If you get a great view and you can intubate, then go ahead and do that. If you don't get a great view, you would then go to the CMAC screen and take a look and see if that helps you. Again, we're using the same tubes, we're using the same stylets, and everything's exactly the same. We just now have a backup system if you're not getting a great view on your first attempt. The other thing is your partner can be watching along, help you find landmarks. This will be great for teaching, education as we go along. Don't forget to hit your video recorder, because that way we can use this for education in the future. And I think the other important thing to notice is the ridge at the end of the blade is always going to be right here on your screen. So no matter where you are, that actually represents the tip of your blade. And that's just one thing I've found very, very helpful to find my way around when navigating. And again, that's this little ridge right here at the tip of the blade is always at the top of the screen. So again, first attempt, just looking straight down like we normally do. If you need a better view, then you would go to the screen. If you're teaching somebody or helping somebody learn, you can use the screen also. So again, the idea is to use it as a regular laryngoscope for your initial attempt. If your view's not that good, you then go to the screen. The screen's also excellent for teaching. We're going to be recording these. We can use those as a teaching device, and we'll have those on file for teaching in the future. So again, I'm very excited to have the CMACs out there. I hope you guys practice and learn how to use them well, and I think it'll enhance our airway management in the future.